Happy New Year, Jake. Thanks for jumping in the break. Probably should have just gone straight PYT from the jump, but I think it worked out. I'm actually ready, but I am going to give it a second because I think there might be a Yankee deal going down, and I'll give them a minute to work on that. How was your holiday? Your holidays? Mine were great. We were even busier than normal up until the Saturday after Christmas, and then we kind of crashed. So the last few days have been actually kind of fun because we have just my own core family just hanging out. No appointments, no schedule, no nothing. So that's been really nice. Christmas was also great. It was just real busy. And it's my favorite season, so I don't really want it to end. We'll see how long we can convince my wife to leave the tree up. Dan, how much family are we talking? Yeah, going back to work, all of the life responsibilities. I'm going to work tomorrow, unfortunately. I had time off, so it's not a woe is me story, but going back for one day is kind of lame. PCA, what's up, dude? I'm actually ready. I'm just waiting to see if there is a Yankee deal going down. We'll see if Dave and Dan, right? Yes, Dave. Yeah, Dave and Dan are working out a deal for the Yankees, I think. Oh yeah, I do understand that. We've done both sides of the family before and after Christmas, but we've started a few years back. Started Christmas, at least the second half of Christmas Eve, and all of Christmas is ours. And we're kind of sticklers about it, and it's been working out pretty well. All right, so I think the Yankees are probably going to DMX. If DMX has the Yankees, the rest of the East, nope, that's not true. J-Nolt has the Orioles. DMX, I think, is going to get the Yankees. Dan's Cards has Rays, Red Sox, Blue Jays. Lockneff has all of the AL Central and NL East. PCA, you've got the Angels and Mariners. Dead GM has his Astros. J-Nolt also has the Athletics. Judge Howell has Rangers, Brewers. Jake has the Cardinals. Drew Morg has the Cubs. Kool-Aid has the Pirates. 504 has the Reds. And DMX has the NL West. I did not get a chance to print this. Wow. Dude, you guys are killing it. I think you found the gift. I'm going to share a gift I received from our very own 504 and Burl. No more utility knife for me. Thank you guys. Seriously, received this with a note from those two, and it was awesome. I appreciate it. Would you be down to share a picture, Chi-Town? Not of the kids necessarily, but the climbing wall. I want to know how this works. All right. I think the Yankees are close enough. Cosmic Hobby. Happy New Year's. Oh, look at that. Burl and 504. Work like a charm. It's actually sharper than you would think. And it is indeed safety because I'm going to have a hard time cutting myself on that. We got my daughter a bar, like a gymnastics bar, a couple of years ago. And that's nowhere near what you're describing. And it was already like weird. You can actually put a swing on it, and it's a straight up swing set. But it takes up pretty good real estate on a floor. Not sorry we did it. Kids loved it. Her in particular. But it's a commitment. I'm asking the right question. All right. Thank you for jumping in. I thought the mixer, which will go next week, would be our first break of 2026, but then along comes Cosmic, or a second wave of Cosmic. So we're doing it. I'll get the draft going, the order of the draft going on the Cosmic, or on the mixer, probably tomorrow. Here we go. DeGrom. I've only opened the one hobby of this, so I'm going to struggle yet again to remember all the parallels and such. Or more accurate, I will not remember all the parallels. This had the best name ever, and I've already forgotten. I think Burl cued me in on it. So you're like legit just putting in a E.T. Aaron Judge. Hope the Yankees got worked out. Very nice. You guys just straight up turned it into a climbing gym. Augustin Ramirez Marlins. Nuclear? Okay, then I'm thinking of something else. There was a crazy name that I declared my new favorite name. Must have been a different parallel. While Nucleus does sound cool, but Young Hoo Lee, Wyatt Langford Refractor. So that's a Nucleus. The last one was Michael Harris, the second. Garrett Cole, Blake Snell, Star Clusters, Lindor and Soto. Weird that Soto is still a Met in this one. Marcelo Mayer, rookie. This, with any luck, will be the last break I do in this particular setup. Probably means more to me than it does to you guys, but I have a desk coming much larger than this one, or I guess not, maybe not much, but larger than this one. There's Goldie. I should check to see if the Yankee spot got worked out. Cade Horton, rookie. So this might be the swan song for this one. Ichiro Green Light Speed. That is 75 in this product. 48 to 75 on the Ichiro. Chi-Town picked up the Mariners. That is yours, sir. That is gorgeous. 48 of 75 to PCA. Oh boy, that's beautiful. Very nice card. Caleb Durbin. Oh, let me check. Yeah, that is yours. They haven't done much yet. Try not to create an awkward situation where we hit something crazy, some Yankee crazy, and then they haven't settled on terms. That Ichiro is nice. Nick Kurtz does have a print line right here. Actually, both of these cards do. That's weird. They both have one right there. Elliot Ramos. Shohei Lightspeed. That is the base, I believe, yes. I'm going to go ahead and top load Shohei because I'm going to anyways. Mr. Otani. Nick Enright. I'm consoling myself with the post-Christmas blues with the fact that we have actually a lot of sports coming up that we don't always see. WBC in March. Ellie De La Cruz. Winter Olympics, which I am actually pretty stoked about it. I only basically watch most of those sports every 4 years. And I really like it. Thomas Sigis. Willie Adames. And I have from Topps the Winter Olympics cards coming. And I'm kind of excited about it. I won't know a lot of the people, but I'll know the big names. Pete Alonso. Clean shaven Pete Alonso. Gleyber Torres. Lightspeed Jose Ramirez. I don't remember having so many Lightspeeds in our last box. 2 base, 1 parallel. Adolis Garcia. I think WBC is going to be fun. I won't know every single player, obviously, but when you get into those later rounds... Ooh, hello. To 199, Aqua Kyle Tucker. Junior Caminero behind him. I think Drew Morg has the Cubs in this one, I believe. Honestly, the Shohei Trout duel from last year or 3 years ago solidified it for me. I was already watching, but wasn't super intent on it, and I won't have the time to do it all, but there are extra cards in this pack. What does that mean? Mookie Betts, Austin Wells. I haven't seen the schedule. We got what, Arizona, Florida, California again, something like that. 6 cards in this pack. Thomas Harrington. Give us a planetary. Matt Chapman. Ultraviolet Beam. Drake Baldwin, Rookie of the Year, and Christian Campbell. I assume they're all in the sunny states, but I haven't actually paid too much attention. We've been down in Arizona before during last year's or 3 years ago. I keep saying that, but didn't pull the trigger on WBC. Carlos Narvaez, Byron Buxton, David Festa, rookie, Max Fried. May the second half of the box be better than the first. I don't even remember that it was a price thing. That might have been a schedule thing or something. Jose Ramirez. Ellie De La Cruz, light speed. I feel like this is an unusual amount of those. Hi Sung Kim. Tyler Locklear, already in the new uni. Gunner. Luis Angel Acuna. Jackson Churio. This has like double the amount of cards. This is very weird. This is like a 6-card pack, I bet, and this feels like it has 2, maybe 3. What are they doing to us? Lawrence Butler. Stars of MLB. That could be Kobe Mayo. Was just talking to Chi-Town about Alcantara. Star Clusters, Ruth Mantle Judge. Brooks Baldwin. Those are all refractors, I believe. That one certainly is Brooks Baldwin, but I think they all are. All right, this card feels like it has 1, or pack has 1 card, 2, I guess. Is one of them going to be awesome? 2-card pack. Colton Cowser Refractor. Kyle Schwarber. I think we have the correct amount of cards, but not in the correct amount of packs. Yeah, this is really weird. This is another big boy pack. And what I'm super stoked about coming up, Seiya Suzuki. Looks like he's doing the 6-7. Bowman Draft will be opening soon, and for the first time ever, at least since I've been heavy into cards again, there's a retail option. Bowman Draft Megas. Dylan Cruz. You know what this is? It happened. The son, Ronald Acuna Jr. We did it finally. One of the planets. I forget the order, though. Somebody help me out. I failed science. I didn't really fail it, but they get rare the further from Earth you go, right? So the sun, my guess, would be one of the more common, but still not super common, right? Ronald Acuna, the sun, to the Braves. Very nice. Loch Ness Monster. I'm glad you got something good. Loch Ness had 2 divisions in this break. Ronnie Sun Parallel. Oh, you are here. Excellent. This is yours, sir. Am I correct that the sun is the 2nd most common or 5th most rare, depending on how you want to look at that? Very nice. Gunner E.T. 2nd best catcher in baseball, Will Smith. Dylan Cruz. We saw him. Beautiful. This is actually my first planetary card in hand ever, whether it was from a break or a single. I've never done the run like a lot of people do, trying to get all of them. Looks like the QC on those are better than the base, which is good. Matt Olson. Jace Young. Die cut is launched into orbit. Hank Aaron. You had a lot of teams, so I'm glad you got one. My guess is you probably would have preferred it to be a Royal. but I'm thinking you're not too upset about it. Ronald Acuna Jr. Speaking of Royals, Pasquatch, is that what you guys call him over there? Upside down card. Devers, Angel Martinez. Nope, not upside down, sorry. Jacob Wilson on the ET. Vinny Pasquantino. Is it Pasquatch? Is that right? Jacob Wilson, and that was Pasquantino. Yes, sir. Altuve. Grant McCray. William Contreras. Carlos Correa. Yeah, these packs are weird, man. Oh, gold. I think it's gold. It is gold. Leo Jimenez, base rookie. Gold with ink. Wow. That is 41 of 50 on the Yamamoto. Gold auto. To the Dodgers. Oh my goodness. Dang. This box is definitely better than the other box was. Yamamoto. Yams, as our Dodgers friends have allowed me to call him colloquially. 41 of 50 on the Yamamoto. Oh my goodness. DMX, are you with us? This is DMX's card. He picked up the entirety of the NL West. And I believe wanted to keep the Dodgers because he's never had the Dodgers in probably a cosmic break, maybe any break, but I'm guessing he meant cosmic. DMX, you got yourself a big boy card. Oh my goodness. Let's just stare at it for a moment. Boy, that's gorgeous. Congrats, man. Congrats. Very nice box. And also an ultraviolet beam, Yamamoto, hanging out with his bigger brother. Dustin Harris. Yeah, I don't know the range on those. I know it's crazy, but something tells me we're going to want to be extra careful while shipping. We have another gold. Holy, okay. Zach Wheeler. I don't think this gold has ink, but Yu Darvish. Angel Martinez to the guards. 50 of 50 on Martinez. And Salvi behind him. Very nice. Jake, did we get a Cardinal? Angel Martinez to the Guardians. That is a Lockneff card, I believe. Right? Yeah. Did we not get any Cardinals? That's ridiculous. Wow. That was a good break. I know that I say that because we got good cards, but it does not apply to everybody. I'm aware of being on the other side of that. I hate skunks, though. We're going to enjoy these cards, but Jake, I know this is not what you were getting at, but I hate skunks. And maybe a base card is not a whole lot different than nothing, I suppose. But when I go to sort and there's nothing in a slot, it pains me. I can often do something about that. Yeah, you have a Sagis, correct my pronunciation if I'm wrong, base card. So technically not a skunk, but yeah, it's a skunk. Yeah, there was. I mean, I'm sure that's not exactly you know, the biggest deal, but there was. Yeah. Sagisi. Which one? Oh, I know you're messing with me, man. I think we all understand the game. I think it helps that we do the PC friendly, although this one was open, but breaks. We're not here to get rich, but it still sucks. We don't need to pretend like it doesn't. All right. I just sleeved this, so this feels a little unfair. But Sagis was a base rookie. Ultraviolet Beam, Yamamoto, Jacob Wilson, E.T., Dylan Cruz, Brooks Baldwin, Star Clusters, Ruth Mantle Judge, Lightspeed Ellie, Kim Campbell, Lightspeed J-Ram, Marcelo Mayer. Planet Sun, 1 in 120. Very nice. That is exactly what I was curious about. Lightspeed Shohei. Launched into Orbit, Hank Aaron, and Ultraviolet Beam, Drake Baldwin. And then the rest, man. The rest is here. I think we got to go like this, right? Beautiful. I do wish DMX was here. He'll find out soon enough. But Lockneff was here to see his Ronnie pulled. And Chi-Town was here to see Ichiro. That's a nice looking card too. Lockneff got his gold Martinez. I don't know what Angel Martinez's status is with the club, to be honest. And then Kyle Tucker. Is that the parallel? I would have said Speckle based on other releases, but it's green. Green Space Dust. It does look like the one that Chi-Town that you shared a picture with me earlier. Not Ichiro, different player, but it does look like the same parallel. I think there's only one green. I don't think there's any green to 99s. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the greens are all 75s in this one. Well, we're going to do this anyway. So we got the Kyle Tucker. It is an aqua shimmer-like. I think it's called something else. 52 of 199 on Mr. Tucker. Angel Martinez was gold 50 out of 50 to Lockneff Monster. Ichiro to 75. Oh, I've always said I was going to do this, but I don't think enough of my arm shows when I pull an Ichiro card. I was going to... The Sun, Planetary Pursuit, Ronald Acuna Jr. 1 in 120 packs, I hear. And then all we got was this Yoshinobu Yamamoto gold 41 of 50. You know what? I think the Yamamoto deserves. I got out of the habit of doing this mostly because I ran out and forgot to resupply, but sending along a mag. I don't like to ship it in the mag, but I like to include it with the shipment. Folks, I appreciate it. That was a quick fill, quick break. We turned it into a PYT, but it started off as a divisional. Lockneff, you had a third of that break. I appreciate it. You did get the Sun. Not too bad. And DMX is going to have himself a night when he finds out. Maybe I'll hold off on posting hits. I don't know if some people like to watch the break after the fact. Some people don't, but some people, or I shouldn't say don't, but skip right to the good stuff. So I might hold off on posting the hits. Second half better than the first. They were all. Did we get anything in the first half? I think the Tucker... Oh, no, Tucker and Ichiro came out of the first half, I think. But those both golds and the sun came out of the second half. I appreciate you guys. DMX and... No, I'm sorry. 504 and Burl. Thank you for this. Seriously. Actually received... I should do a proper thank you. I received a couple of awesome things. I think I shouted most of them out in the Discord. A couple of cards, a couple of Christmas cards. And I really appreciate it. And it does make me regret a little bit I wasn't more on the ball because I had planned to send out Christmas cards and I didn't get around to it either on the personal side or on this side or where those two meet. But next year, I've already started a little bit of planning for that. The mixer checklist, it will trip me up, guaranteed. Burl is an expert on the Julio X product. Hopefully he'll be at the break. I have never touched or even really looked at much of the Aaron Judge X product. I have opened some Berman. That's pretty straightforward as far as the parallels and such go. PCA will remember, and anyone else that may have been in the room, when I pulled a red Otani to 5 out of the Berman box last year. And he had told me that I needed to do a Chris Berman call if I pulled something cool. And then I pulled something really cool, and I did the call, and now it's kind of a cringy piece of the internet. But hopefully the Berman box produces. And then Tops UK is fun. So yeah, mixer coming up. I'll get the draft order happening so we can start the draft. And then that will break next week. And then for those of you in the White Elephant, reminder, if you could get on that. We're not in like a necessarily a hurry, but would like to get to it sooner rather than later. And then Bowman draft will be posted probably next, what's today, Thursday? Yeah, probably next week. But I will definitely have some Bowman draft. I think a super jumbo with the 5 autos. I have one. The only debate is whether to open it as one break or to break it down. But maybe I'll ask for opinions in the Discord. Thank you all. Happy New Year. Sincerely from Kingdome. Happy New Year. And I will see you very soon. More fun to come. Have an awesome night, guys.